Have you ever noticed that hot flashes seem to have the worst timing in human history? You can be perfectly comfortable 1 second, and the next, your body decides it's time to recreate the surface of the sun. I've had hot flashes while grocery shopping. I've had them while trying to sleep. I've had them while talking to someone and pretending everything was perfectly normal while secretly wondering if smoke was coming out of my ears. And if you're over 50, there's a good chance you've had moments like that too. But here's something that surprised me. Some women seem to suffer terribly from hot flashes for years. Others find ways to reduce them naturally and dramatically improve how they feel. So what's the difference? Is it luck, good genes, some secret menopause club nobody invited us to? Not exactly. Because over time, many women discover small habits and simple changes that can make a surprisingly big difference. And one of the 7 natural strategies we're going to talk about today might be the one your body has been waiting for. In fact, the last one almost sounds too simple to matter. Yet it's often the one women tell me helped them the most. Now, before we continue, let me say something important. I'm not a doctor. I'm simply a woman who's been through many of these changes myself. I've spent years talking to friends, reading, learning, and trying to understand why my body suddenly started acting like it had its own opinions. And let me tell you something. After 50, your body absolutely has opinions. Strong ones, sometimes very loud ones, especially at 2 in the morning. Now, if you've ever experienced a hot flash, you know exactly what I'm talking about. One moment you're comfortable, the next you're overheating, sweating, throwing blankets off, and wondering if your thermostat is broken. Then 5 minutes later, you're cold. Honestly, menopause can feel like your internal temperature control system hired a new employee who has absolutely no idea what she's doing. The reason this happens is largely related to changing hormone levels, particularly estrogen. As estrogen fluctuates, the brain can become more sensitive to tiny changes in body temperature. The result? Your body reacts as though you're overheating, even when you're not. And while we can't completely stop these hormonal changes, many women find they can reduce the frequency or intensity of hot flashes by making a few practical adjustments. The first natural strategy is surprisingly simple. Pay attention to trigger foods. For years, I thought my hot flashes were completely random. Then I started noticing patterns. Certain foods seemed to make them worse. For many women, spicy foods, alcohol, caffeine, and very sugary meals can trigger episodes. Now, this doesn't mean you have to give up everything you love forever. Thank goodness. Because if someone tried to take away my morning coffee completely, there might be consequences. But paying attention to your personal triggers can be incredibly helpful. The second strategy is staying hydrated. I know, this sounds almost too basic, but many women underestimate how much hydration affects overall comfort during menopause. When your body is already struggling to regulate temperature, being dehydrated can make things feel even worse. Sometimes I think half the advice after 50 comes down to drinking more water and getting more sleep. And annoyingly, it often works. The third strategy is gentle daily movement. Now, before anyone panics, I'm not talking about training for a marathon. If I ever start training for a marathon, please assume I've been kidnapped. I'm talking about walking, stretching, yoga, swimming, or any activity you genuinely enjoy. Regular movement helps support circulation, mood, sleep quality, and overall hormonal balance. And many women report fewer symptoms when they stay consistently active. The fourth strategy is managing stress. This one surprised me because I used to think stress was just something you endured. But stress can influence many processes in the body, including the nervous system. And for some women, high stress levels seem to increase hot flash frequency, which makes sense. After all, our bodies often don't know the difference between a genuine emergency and reading a confusing text message from a family member. Everything becomes a crisis. The fifth strategy is improving sleep quality. Now, this sounds almost unfair because hot flashes interrupt sleep, and poor sleep can make hot flashes feel worse. It's like a vicious little circle. But creating a cooler bedroom, maintaining a consistent bedtime, and reducing screen exposure before bed may help improve overall sleep quality. The sixth strategy is maintaining a healthy weight. This isn't about chasing some unrealistic beauty standard. It's about helping the body function more efficiently. Research has shown that excess body fat may contribute to more severe symptoms in some women. Even modest improvements can sometimes make a noticeable difference. And now we're arriving at something important. Because before I share the seventh natural strategy, let's talk about 5 things many women do without realizing they may be making hot flashes worse. Number 1, keeping the room too warm. Seems obvious, but many of us don't notice how much our environment affects symptoms. Number 2, skipping meals. Blood sugar swings can sometimes trigger discomfort and make symptoms feel more intense. Number 3, drinking too much caffeine. I know. I don't like hearing this one either. Number 4, wearing heavy layers that trap heat. Fashion is wonderful, but sometimes comfort wins. Number 5, ignoring stress signals. Many women push through exhaustion, anxiety, and overwhelm without realizing their bodies are asking for help. And now for the 7th natural strategy, the one that many women overlook: acceptance. Not giving up, not surrendering, acceptance. Because something interesting happens when we stop fighting every symptom. We often reduce the fear surrounding it. We stop anticipating the next hot flash with dread. We stop treating every symptom as evidence that something is wrong with us. And we start recognizing that our bodies are going through a transition. A challenging one, yes, but a normal one. I remember spending months thinking my body was betraying me. Then one day I realized something. My body wasn't betraying me. It was adapting. Not always gracefully, not always conveniently, but adapting. And that shift in perspective helped me more than I expected. Because menopause isn't a sign that life is shrinking. It's simply a new chapter. A chapter where we may need different strategies, different expectations, and maybe a slightly stronger fan. Actually, definitely a stronger fan. If you're dealing with hot flashes right now, I want you to know you're not alone. Millions of women are navigating exactly the same journey. Some days will be easier than others, but small changes practiced consistently can often make a meaningful difference over time. And most importantly, remember this: your body is not broken, it's changing. And understanding those changes is often the first step toward feeling better. Now I'd love to hear from you. What has helped your hot flashes the most? Or what surprised you most about menopause? Share your experience in the comments, because your story might help another woman who's going through the same thing. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and join our growing community of women supporting each other through every stage of life after 50. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.